My friends, this is Dr. B, the best doctor in medicine and the most handsome doctor in medicine. 30 plus years of clinical high-level experience in medicine. Today, Dr. B wants to talk to you about stevia. Stevia, which is a... Stevia, do you see it? Stevia, which was approved by the Food and Drug Administration in the United States of America in 2008 as a so-called natural sweetener. Natural sweetener, so that people do not put sugar or nasty honey and stuff in their food, in their tea, in their coffee. It has become very fashionable for people to use now stevia. It's an extract of the stevia plant, of the leaves of the stevia plant, and it has been used for centuries by the Aboriginal people in South America. Now, what I want to say is that even though a lot of people use it, and even though the FDA claims that it is safe, right, we still don't have enough years since the moment when it was approved. Right now, September 2025, it was approved in 2008. It takes decades, many years, for many so-called approved supplements and approved medications, blah, 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 to show their nasty side effects. It is exactly like smoking cigarettes or marijuana, right? It's going to take years and decades for you to develop COPD, chronic obstructive pulmonary disease, or to develop lung cancer, or to develop mouth, throat cancer, pancreatic cancer, bladder cancer, right? All these nasty disease cancers that tobacco can cause. It's going to take years of drinking alcohol before you develop dementia. So people who are telling you, right, that they've been using stevia for many years to sweeten their coffee and their tea and to not have to put sugar, in my opinion, they make a huge mistake. Remember, I posted a video about the poisons called sorbitol, xylitol, sucralose, erythritol, saccharin, right, acesulfame, potassium, right, and aspartame. These are poisons, right? Everybody knows that, but they still use them. And the FDA is still many years behind, hasn't banned them at all from consumer products here in the United States of America, right? They are still there. But we know that they are poisons. They cause chronic inflammation and dementia and all sorts of other nasty stuff. It takes many years, right, for your brain to develop dementia, for your heart to have the effects of chronic inflammation. The FDA is a huge bureaucracy, right? The wheels spin very slowly. It's going to take many years for the FDA at last to wake up and ban all these nasty poisons that you can find, for instance, if you buy protein powder. My protein powder, I drink protein powder with cocoa powder every day, is 100% pure. Unsweetened at all, no natural sugar, no artificial sweeteners, nothing of this, and of course no stevia. So stevia is the same thing. How do you know what it's going to do to you in 10 years, in 20 years, in 30 years, right? So people who are claiming that, well, you know, stevia is natural because it's an extract of the plant, of the leaves of a plant called the stevia plant. Okay, but most of the poisons that exist around comes from plants, right? Atropine is a poison that we use as a medication too. It has huge side effects, right? Digoxin is a poison that we use in medicine too. It's a medication, right? Anti-cancer medication, right? A huge amount of anti-cancer medications that kill cancer cells and that also kill the normal cells with massive side effects, right? Most of the anti-cancer medications come from plants or from molds or from yeasts. My point is to say it's not because something is natural coming from plants that it is healthy for you, right? Poisonous mushrooms contain a nasty poison that is natural. And every year here in the US and in Europe, people mistake poisonous mushroom for edible mushrooms. They take them home and they eat them and they give it to their family and everybody dies. And those who don't die, they have to have a liver transplant because they destroyed their kidney, their liver, right? The Amanita phalloides, the most poisonous mushroom in the world, is natural, right? The poison of the Amanita phalloides that destroy your livers is natural. So people who say, well, you know what, stevia is natural because it comes from a plant. Well, every poison is natural and comes from plants, right? It just doesn't make sense to say something like that, right? Marijuana is natural, right? Cigarette, the cigarette is the leaves of the plant that makes the tobacco plant, right? Right? Taxol, this tree, the Pacific yew, right, makes this anti-cancer poison called Taxol, right, that we give to women who have ovarian cancer and blah, 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 with massive side effect. So do not fall for this stupid argument that if you have something that is natural, like stevia, therefore it is healthy for you, and because the FDA approved it. How many times, me as a doctor in medicine for 30 plus years, I've seen the FDA, right? And over there in Europe, where I used to do my medical studies and everything, and work for quite some years over there, same thing, the regulatory health department approves medicine, approves supplements, blah, 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 and after a few years they realize, my God, this is a disaster. They remove the medication from the market because it has massive side effects, or they remove the supplement from the market because it has massive side effects. So all these synthetic sweeteners, you cannot replace them with this so-called plant natural stevia, because you don't know the safety of this stuff. We just don't know yet, right? Like a lot of these freaking supplements and medication they give you, now they have found out that a lot of sleep medications, anti-spasmodic medications that they give, we've been giving to patients, a lot of the antidepressant medication that we've been giving to psychiatric patients, they cause dementia after many years and a few decades. It takes time. If I go under the ultraviolet radiation of the sun without sunscreen, it's going to take many years for me to develop skin cancer, right? For me to develop nasty wrinkles on my face, in my legs and everything, right? Smoking cigarette, marijuana, drinking alcohol, eating junk food, right? Eating junk food with all these pesticide, carcinogen, artificial dyes, it's going to take years, a few decades for you to have the harmful effects show up in terms of dementia, heart failure, cancer, blah, blah, blah. So do not fall in the trap of this stevia. Throw it away in the garbage. Do like Dr. B. Drink your coffee, your tea, bitter. Every morning I have my protein powder, right, with pure cocoa powder, unprocessed, pure 100% protein powder, cocoa powder, dark cocoa powder, unsweetened, unprocessed with alkali, and I drink it bitter. Your taste buds will get used to it. We get used to everything, right? Then I come back from my gym, I do the same thing, right? I don't put any artificial sweetener, any stevia, anything in my freaking cocoa powder, right, with protein. And when I have my tea and my coffee all the time, every day I drink a lot of tea and coffee. It's always the natural bitters. I mean, and I love it. If now you put sweetener in my coffee, I'm going to hate it. I'm like, geez, I don't like that. I love the bitterness of the real sweet coffee. I love the bitterness of the beautiful, healthy tea, right? You get used to everything. I've gotten used to my keto diet. I've gotten used to not eat these nasty fruits full of sugar, to not eat honey, to not eat nasty burgers, pizza, it's like everything else. You get used to it, guys. My friends, please listen to me. Get your taste buds used to the bitterness of this beautiful coffee, tea, cocoa. Just get cocoa, dark pure cocoa, mix it with hot water and drink it like that. My God, it's so tasty, it's so good, smells good and everything. Why would you put something nasty like this that you don't know what it's going to do to you, even though it's so-called natural? In 10 years, 20 years, 30 years, by the time you're going to retire, they're going to diagnose you with dementia. And then your kids, your wife, your husband, your family going to wonder, how come this guy at the age of 65, 70, 75, 55 is starting to develop dementia? Because since you were a teenager or a young adult at 20, 30, you've been putting this nasty stevia into your freaking coffee and tea every morning, right? It's crazy, and it's everywhere, in every coffee store, tea, blah, Starbucks, restaurant. They all have it on their freaking table, giving this poison that nobody knows what the cat's it's going to do to people because the FDA has approved it. Okay, by the time the FDA wakes up, it's going to be 20 years. By that time, you will already have dementia, chronic inflammation, heart failure, and who the cats will know what else you're going to have, right? Remember that the bureaucrats, they don't care about you. They will retire with a huge pension, benefits, healthcare, blah, blah, blah. The guy gonna disappear in the Bahamas while you will be diagnosed with dementia. And do you think that the people, the bureaucrats at the FDA will take responsibility? Of course not. They don't give a cat's about you. Remember your doctor, your so-called dietitian, or all these people, all these bureaucrats, they are in hand with the food and the supplement industry. They make billions of dollars out of you, and my God, and they give kickbacks to the campaigns of politicians and blah blah. It's a nasty industry. The food industry, the supplement industry, the medical industry, everything, the pharmaceutical industry. They are all working in cahoot. They don't give a cat's about you. In 30 years, when you are diagnosed with dementia, heart failure, cancer, blah blah blah, most of them, they will have already retired, and they will be in Mexico, in Brazil, in Panama, in their beautiful mansions and villas and blah blah blah, enjoying six-figure retirement salaries plus benefits and blah blah blah, and they will laugh at your face. So don't fall into their trap. It's not because the government has approved something, the health department has approved something, that it is safe for you. Use your brain, use your common sense. Do not put anything in your mouth that is not unprocessed. That is not unprocessed. And remember, there are millions of species of plants all over the planet, millions of different species of plants. All of these species, millions of species, produce hundreds, some thousands of different alkaloids, different chemical compounds. Nobody knows what the cathode they are made of. Nobody knows what the cathode their function. There are teams of scientists, right, that every year from all these big universities and pharmaceutical industry, they go all over the world in different areas, different mountains and forests, and they are looking for this weird plant, this weird tree, this weird stuff, this weird mold, this weird yeast, blah, 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 to try to find a miracle drug for cancer, this and that and this and that. Many of them, they don't even know what the katsu is, their function, and what is it, what are they good for, what are they made for. So be very careful in what you put in your mouth. I love you guys. Dr. B. Dr. B is a real medical doctor. I'm not a quack. I'm here to give you the scientific evidence. I'm not here to BS you. I'm not here to lie to you. I will always put your benefit above mine, because Dr. B took the Hippocratic Oath when I graduated more than 30 years ago from medical school, and I swore on the Hippocratic Oath that I will never lie to you, never put my interest above yours. Everything I tell you is not my opinion, is the scientific evidence, right? And we don't have any scientific evidence to prove that stevia is safe for you. That's it. Regardless of your gender, your political affiliation, whether you're a man, a woman, anything in between, I don't give a katso, whether you're black, Latino, white, whether you're a Christian, Muslim, atheist, Jewish, Buddhist, whatever the katso you are, I love you. I give you a big hug. I love medicine. I love people. I love to serve people. I love to help people. I want to pass on my knowledge to everybody before I die. And that's the reason why I'm here. And I'm going to die at the age of 100, healthy, in my sleep, in my bed. So I'm going to be with you for the rest of my 50 years of life. Right now, Dr. B, 50 years young, super healthy. Put your question, your comments, any katso you want to ask me. If you need any assistance in your journey to health, if you have any medical question, I'm here to help you genuinely with 30 years of knowledge in science, medicine, biochemistry, physiology, anatomy, mathematics, physics, any katso you want. You ask me, pharmacology, Dr. B knows it all. I love you. Sawadee krap, kopkunna krap. Bye-bye.